We OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Rooms is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What's up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We are live from the Ordinal Hour, and this one is going to be absolutely amazing, guys, because it is time to get bullish. It is time for a reckoning, a crypto reckoning, because the last couple years we've been absolutely manhandled by Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren's goons, but that's over, guys. That administration is done. No one's listening to Elizabeth Warren no more. No one's listening to these people. Gary Gensler is about 4 days away from resigning. I hope Trump gets on stage and says, Gary Gensler, you're fired. Because how can you resign the day that you're being told you're fired? It doesn't work that way, right? He's fired. He's gone, guys. He's out of our lives forever. Bitcoin is running today because of CPI. PPI came out yesterday, gave us that little boost. CPI came out today and really pushed us forward. It's exciting, guys. We're at 99K. We should be over 100K probably by the end of the day, maybe tomorrow. And then who knows? 108 seems to be the all-time high. And I think we can get there. I think we can get there before the inauguration. We actually might see a run-up right now going into the inauguration. We actually might see a run-up that continues for months. Because I just think with this crypto ball and everything else is coming from this administration, it is super time to get bullish, guys. And we're going all in here at Ordinal Revolution. We're putting it all out there. We'll tell you guys exactly what we're getting into and why we're getting into it. And it's Bitcoin ecosystem related, guys. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. Stay tuned. And we got some big news today. My boy Yagobi's back. I definitely missed him. You know, it's when you guys like own a business and the other person is on vacation and stuff, and you gotta kind of like make sure everything's good, take care of everything. It's a lot on your shoulders. So it feels good to have my partner back. It feels good to kind of roll with it. So I'm excited to get this one started. So without further ado, let's bring him in. Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's up? Appreciate the kind words, man.
Thank you for coming back. I'm just kidding. I was excited. I'm staying in Mexico for a little while. I'll be back when the bull market is here, but it's here.
Yeah. Well, let's see. This has been kind of like the juke fest, I feel like. But it does feel a bit different, right? Some of these majors are starting to kind of rev up. The main one, though, still kind of doing the sit and wait with Ethereum. but you see stuff like XRP, Solana starting to get hyper aggressive. Let's see if the majors push through, because if they do, and we see Ethereum, getting close to that 4,000 mark, then that's definitely a good indicator. Then we wait and see when the mid caps really, it's going to be months, but like maybe a month or so afterwards, mid caps really start taking off, and then the micros come in at the end. But yeah, it will be kind of igniting the start of what we've been waiting for so long.
100%. And I think we're still in that Bitcoin moment, right? We haven't hit the altcoin cycle yet, and that's Ethereum taking off. Yeah, you see coins like XRP, you see coins like Cardano and stuff, but those coins are really hit hard during the bear market, right? And I feel like, you got to remember, Cardano's all-time high is $3. I mean, we're still far away from that, right? So it's kind of like these coins are really beaten down, and XRP missed an entire bull run. That is why I think it's running. And then AI is the narrative. AI is that DeFi summer narrative that we got. We got AI winter right now. So it really feels like we're in the very, very early days of what could be a 12 to 16-month bull run.
Yeah, it does look like that. It is weird though, seeing some of them. You mentioned XRP having that pent up demand from last bull run. Solana playing off like that meme energy as well as the AI energy, because they really kind of kicked it off this cycle for the AI. With GOAT early, people weren't paying attention really. And kind of wish I was at that time, right? Because getting in early, but it's helped the price token of Solana because it gets a lot of attention, right? Pump Fund, the AI movement, it hit an all-time high in November of this last year, right? So those two are kind of anomalies, I feel like, tied in with a little reasoning. But the other ones, it's really the Ethereum looking for that to take off. But you're right. Cardano's at $1.07 now. It was stuck at like 85 to 99 cents. Obviously, it had that run up in November, but it seems like it's right back there. So if this is the time, they're not juking us out, the majors can really run pretty hard here, and then that's really whenever the bell rings.
Yeah, 100%. We need Ethereum to hit all-time high, right? So I think the reason why Solana ran was that memes. I mean, that's what it was. It was meme season, right? It was the memes were running. That was the narrative, and all the money usually pours into the narrative. Kind of seeing that with AI now. A lot of money is pouring out of memes and kind of going into AI, but that's still not like alt season, right? Alt season, everything's going to run together. And some people are saying we're not going to get that anymore. I disagree. I think it's going to be absolutely insane. The FOMO that's about to pour in to our ecosystem is going to be like we've never seen anything like this before, because it's not just coming from the degens. It's coming from TradFi. It's coming from the rich of the rich, right? Because that money pours into the bigger ones. The money that's already in those kind of pours into the next thing and the next thing and next thing. Everyone's chasing that risk curve. Everyone's chasing those gains.
Yeah, absolutely. The majors going off and hitting the mid caps, and the mid caps going, that will trickle down for sure. That's what we're all waiting for, but it's not going to happen on our time. Obviously, it's going to happen whenever the market decides it wants to go. But once it goes, 100%. We'll be ready here at Ordinal Revolution. That's for sure.
Yeah, man, ready now. So I said it in the intro, but it's gonna kind of go over it here. CPI comes in at 2.9 for December 2024. Yesterday the PPI came in and it was 0% year over year. Today we're a little higher, 2.9% year over year on CPI, which is very normal. It's consumer price index. 2.9 is a good number to be at. But it still shows that we're in the twos, but we're in the high twos. So Jerome has a decision to make here. And I think everyone now, by the price action, we're kind of seeing that maybe he continues this rate cut cycle. And Trump's already came out and said, I want rates lower.
Yeah. And he is a man that likes to put pressure on people and stuff when he wants something, right? So I can't imagine, Jerome Powell's job being pleasant at all if he doesn't at least, compromise some, with trying to get this economy jump started again for 2025. But yeah, 2.9, obviously their crazy kind of goal was 2%. So maybe they try to be tight and still stay with that. But I imagine anywhere between like 2.9 and 3.5 is still solid. It's not out of control. You're not getting out of control, right? So hopefully they do continually cut and let us relax a bit in 2025.
Yeah, 100%. And when you're printing money to give it to other countries, like the way we have over the last course of the year, you can't expect it to get to the twos. It's almost impossible. So, once we get a different administration and we kind of get Elon and the crew to kind of doge the government a little bit, I think it can get really exciting, especially when we're cutting, waste. So.
Yep.
Donald Trump's inauguration may no longer be a sell the news event for Bitcoin. This is research firm K33. They're kind of out there and they're saying, originally everyone was thinking, from November to January, we're going to get this run up, and which we've seen, but it was a buy the rumor, sell the news event. But this is the first time someone like K33, it was a huge research fund firm in TradFi, came out and said, this is not a buy the news event. This is the new norm.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be because there's going to be like mad updates coming out, right? In terms of executive orders that's already been on, discussed. He has someone that I think for the most part, most people that have experience in investments and stuff like that would be okay, at least to start with David Sachs being in charge of that. You know what I mean? We know what direction he wants the crypto industry to move in, right? So if he's the one that's kind of calling the shots, or at least like influencing the direction, I think we're in a good spot to start with. And then there's like just different parts of like, this whole team that seems to be, hey, let's take crypto in a good spot for the US and let's lead the industry. And I think they take that very seriously. And we'll see what happens starting the 20th. If it is a sell the news, I think it's a short-term sell the news, kind of like, okay, the 20th, that day, because they might be putting executive orders out. Maybe, but maybe it's the 21st. Maybe it's the a couple days after. But I think there's going to be bullish, positive sentiment and news, and really that's the biggest thing. That's what I think. Not just the investment markets or the crypto markets. It's more of like the sentiment of the direction of the country's going in. They need to set that tone. I think in the last 10, 11 days of January, and if we can get that to positive, I think things really start to feel more like free flowy and in a positive way.
100%. And this crypto ball that you got to pay $1 million to get into. We were already hearing that Michael Saylor bought a ticket, Brian Armstrong, crypto.com CEO, many others are paying this $1 million ticket to get in the crypto ball, which, I mean, who knows, dude? You could have people leaving that and coming out and putting out news articles, right? So I'm excited to see what comes from that as well.
Yeah.
But Gary Gensler and kind of see exactly what's going on right now. Than what has been going on the last couple of years. Biden doesn't like something, he uses his tool, Gary Gensler, to make something happen. SEC sues Elon Musk over alleged security violations days before Gensler is set to resign. So this is, the last boom. This is Biden, basically throwing his shoe at Elon here. Elon's too far away. He can't reach him. He throws his shoe at him, but it misses because this is, obviously going to miss. This is a Twitter. Elon paid $46 billion with it. People are saying Twitter wasn't worth more than $30 billion. Elon overpaid. And so how can you call that a violation in any way? This is just, old people yelling at clouds.
Yeah, I think the statement was that he underpaid by like $150 million. But in my mind, I'm just kind of like, no, that's what they're saying, right? Their camp. But it's just to me, I think it's ridiculous. This is exactly what you mentioned. But I mean, what is this? So they're probably gonna have to go through the first like process of this, even with the new administration, to show up, and then maybe the new administration's SEC chair will have it dismissed like after the first, like, I don't know how it works. I'm not an expert. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not all that stuff. I just imagine that this will be something that is just a nuisance for him, right? To get his lawyers over there and stuff like that. But maybe I'm wrong. But that's how I see it probably playing out, is that it's just gonna be a nuisance. They want to like, kind of like you said, throw a shoe at them before they leave.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Petty, man. Petty.
It really is. All right. Trump's incoming SEC chairman plans a crypto policy overhaul, aiming to clarify token regulations and reassesses enforcement actions. So they're done with enforcement. That's done. It's going to be actually clarity, actual regulation. Dude, I don't know how much more bullish I can get on this. Like, just imagine a world where we're not seeing these notices go out to the CEOs for any reason. We're actually getting clarity. We're getting clarity in crypto. Wow.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about this pre-show when we were in a meeting with one of our partners, but it was more about like, what is the landscape going to look like after, 6 months of this new administration. And I think we probably need to start thinking of how TradFi looks in the ways of, buttoning things up, Yeah. You're gonna have to have an LLC, with the head, where your headquarters are, where your main office is, those kind of things. And now it's going to be like, I think crypto reporters are actually going to be doing more of like reporting to where they hear, oh, there's a shady business happening over here. A reporter will go out there, check it out. There's nothing there. It's just it's the storefront. Then they get in trouble, because at the end of the day, as much as Gary Gensler wants to say, oh, there's always been rules, there's always been, they broke. No, that's not true, because there were so many people being shady because there wasn't clarity. And guess what? Like, you guys weren't investigating like the bad people like from the jump. You know what I mean? You basically just let it fall in your lap, is what it was. And now, because think about it, back, let's say 2020 or 2021, right, when the crypto peak was happening for that bull run, if they caught Do Kwon early, you know what I mean, reporters did their job and it came down to the SEC and they caught him, no one's going to complain. In fact, they'd be happy, because it saved a lot of money in terms of like, what was it called, the what was it called, the opposite of catalyst?
Oh yeah,
Black Swan event.
Yeah.
Right. And so what's going to happen now, in my opinion, is that like these Black Swan events can actually be more preventable, because no one's going to complain if a cheater, someone stealing people's money, gets in trouble for it. No one's going to complain about that. So
actual investigations, right? Investigations into things that actually matter. I mean, if you're using all your manpower for bullshit, to sue Coinbase and stuff like that, then you really can't use that manpower for actual, to actually help the investor, to actually like foresee something like that, right? Foresee something like BlockFi, like Celsius, like FTX, right? You can actually
100%.
use that manpower for good, and actually get us, to a place where that's norm, right? So where, we're not seeing that stuff anymore. So, but we'll see. I'm hoping we can get there. BlackRock came out over the weekend and they said that Bitcoin adoption is still in early stages. They said basically people are coming out and saying that, the bull run's over, we topped. And BlackRock's came out, obviously they have incentive with fees for people to buy and sell their ETF, but they're buying for their clients as well. I mean, BlackRock has been one of the biggest buyers, but I don't think anyone realizes how much money that BlackRock really controls. I mean, it's in the trillions, and they have the Rockefellers. They have the elite of the elite who they invest for, and them coming out and saying the adoption is still in early stages is super bullish for me.
Yeah, I agree. And it's also, I know you hate to compare Bitcoin to gold, but if you think about the early days, like when gold really started to catch momentum, it's people that were wealthy that was really like, after the gold price had gone up, were trading with it, right? Or trading in it. And so it's kind of the same thing. I think right now, like the people that we onboard this bull market, like I even had this weekend when I was out of town, some people saying, I want to get in, but Bitcoin's too high. That's like an automatic like thought process of someone that's new to the space, right?
Yeah.
Instead of thinking of like, what's the trajectory of it? And if people thought like that in gold back in the late 1800s or whatever, they would have probably done well like 30 years later, right? So there's still, I feel like there isn't a too late, but that is where we are though. We are kind of in that stage of what's next, what can I get into and actually make money in their mindset. And that's kind of like that middle class down mentality, right? And that's fine. Like when I first came into Bitcoin in 2013, I had that thought in 2013. And that's whenever Bitcoin was probably like, I think it was like $1,000 or something, right? Or $900, because it just had ran up in 2013. But I had just got my first job out of college. And so I was like, I want something. I'm going to roll the dice. And I bought some shitcoin that was like it went to zero basically. So I should have left my Bitcoin there.
100%, dude. And one thing about Bitcoin is, and this crypto, people want to come in and they want fast gains. They want to get in right now, and in 3 days they want to be up 70%, right? And then in a month they want to be up 300%. That's not how it works. You got, like, if you got to set your mind to, as an investing, you don't go in to buy Google, and they expect a return within like a couple weeks. It doesn't work that way. And Bitcoin has become that now. Yeah, you can get some riskier stuff, like some crazy stuff, and then you can get those gains, but you also have to be willing to take those losses, right? Like for instance, like my sister got in Bitcoin at 30,000, and she had to watch it go down to 16,000, but now she's up to 100,000, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, if you're okay with losing half your money and then just like not looking at it, then you'll be okay. But if you're in here and you're your fingers on the pulse at all times, maybe this isn't the space for you.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I actually feel like that's probably why like altcoins exist. It was like, there. It's like you got to pick the winner, and not like the stock market, because there's no regulation. So a lot of them are like memes or pretty painted pictures that you have to
Yeah.
believe in. And so, but I do think we shift away from that some bit here with this new administration for the next 2 years, and get more to a solid kind of research phase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the younger generation's version of the stock market. This is what they're
100%.
interested in. They're not interested in trading like, the S&P 500 and stuff. Although that would be smart if they did that probably 10 years ago. You know what I mean? And stuff. But like that version now, I think there's going to be a new version, which is going to be a basket of majors leading the way with Bitcoin in that. And they'll have that to kind of fall back on if they want to be safe.
Yeah.
Or
Bitcoin is the S&P 500 right
Yeah.
now, right? In my opinion, like you get the monster gains of crypto, but also the safety of it being here and it being way higher in 4 years. So, I got something super bullish, dude. I was reading this morning. I wanted to tell you about it earlier, but I was like, I think it'd be better to do it live with the show. But Dubai government has announced plans to construct a 17-story crypto tower scheduled for completion in 2027. I dig further into this. In a pioneering move, ownership of the space within the tower will be represented through a non-fungible token, an NFT, with each NFT corresponding with 1 square foot of space. All transactions related to the tower's construction costs will be recorded and made publicly transparent using a ledger technology, obviously blockchain, ensuring accountability and trust. How freaking bullish is this? A 17-story crypto tower where every aspect of this tower will be crypto related, from if you buy a light bulb, from if you buy a square foot. Yeah, you can go in and you can buy 50 square feet because you think that, hey, this is going to go up in value. Now we're trading square foot in crypto. It's backed 1-to-1 with the square foot of the building. It's insane.
So what's the NFT I guess integration of it? Do you own part of
One
it?
square foot. Every single first square foot of this building will be an NFT. So if you want to buy a floor, you'd have to buy you buy all those NFTs.
Gotcha. Wow. But that would be weird though, because like if you want to sell like half of your condo, then you only no one sells half of their condo.
But that's the thing, though. I'm not going to go buy a half of a condo, right? I'm
Yeah.
gonna want the entire lot.
So then there has to be like an efficient thing that comes out that says, okay, we're gonna roll these NFTs into one, wrap them into one large NFT for this floor or something. I don't know.
Send them all in one transaction. It'd be like a 1,000. I mean, there's bulk transactions happen all the time.
Yeah. I feel like, in terms of fees, like I would want it to be in one. You know what I mean?
Well, no, it would work like that because it's going to be a smart contract. The smart contract's not going to send itself. Like, I'm going to put the USDC in there. You're going to put, and the smart contract's going to say, hey, I need all these transactions for this to go through. And you're going to have to put every single square foot in there, in one transaction. And then once the smart contract gets both the assets, it switches.
Yeah. What I know this is weird, but like, what if you lost one of them? Like somehow. I don't know how, but like someone
You're screwed.
Like, yeah, and just took one of your NFTs. Yeah,
Well, same thing. It's like, what if you lose one of your Bitcoin? Same thing, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's a bad day. So, but then you still get to live in the apartment because even if you lost it, you still technically own it, right? So, I don't know. I thought this was super bullish because this is just the beginning, right?
They're gonna figure ways to make things more efficient and stuff like that.
And it's probably gonna be in a centralized manner. This is probably gonna be held by a bank that does.
You want it to be
right
in the beginning.
So the bank's gonna hold all these NFTs, and then you can potentially, as you buy them, it'll be a paper trading type of thing for a little while anyway. So, probably locked in their vault, and held by heavy security and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. I think this is the first. Dubai seems just be so like, with
ahead
new
of the
ideas
game.
and stuff, dude, so ahead of the game on everything, every aspect.
Definitely.
All right. Circle mints another 250 USDC today. The total mint is 1.25 in the last 15 days. 1.25 billion in USDC. I mean, in 15 days. Someone's getting ready, dude. Someone's getting ready to buy.
Yeah, but it's so weird because I never really see these headlines for USDC in Circle. I always see them for Tether because everybody's like, they minted more to buy more Bitcoin, manipulating the thing. But how come this doesn't get all blown up, right? About USDC. So
it doesn't happen. And normally, with Europe and now with Europe not being able to trade USDT on their centralized exchanges, I think that you're going to see more and more of this because, a lot of people outside the US, I mean, everyone trusts Tether, right? USDC seems to be very manipulated by, Brian Armstrong, Coinbase, Circle, everyone who owns it. So now USDC is kind of taking that step forward here and being the leader, and it probably will be as Tether kind of gets sold down for USDC because of Europe and potentially here as well. Unless Tether comes in, they just got a headquarters in El Salvador over the weekend, and now potentially could have one in Miami as well.
Yeah, I actually think that was really smart for them to do that
Yeah.
in El Salvador because they kind of can get like some Bitcoin maxi support. I feel like I know that maxis don't do anything with their Bitcoin, but like right now, just looking from the outside looking in, I feel like USDC is in the good old boys club, right? It's that's what it seems like. Like they don't get trashed ever. It's all, even though like they did depeg at one point, remember? And I think it was 2022. No, late 2022.
They pegged a few times, but not by much.
Yeah, and they caught back real quick. So,
Yeah.
But my point is like everybody just hates on like Tether so much. So, I don't think they're going anywhere. They're gonna they move there probably to reestablish relationships and probably some Bitcoin builders too. And who knows, maybe they put into the Bitcoin ecosystem some development. Invest into the ecosystem. We'll see.
Well, they're building a headquarters there. They're building a building, and they probably were in talks with Nayib Bukele on a deal of taxes. So they're probably getting an insane deal, potentially zero taxes for putting money into the ecosystem, for putting money. If you're Nayib Bukele, you want the holders of Bitcoin to be there, and there's no one really that holds as much as Tether. Like I don't think they're even telling everyone how much Bitcoin they actually have because they probably have more than Saylor.
Yeah, they're not on the list, right?
They're not, but I think they probably are.
Yeah, they maybe keep it private. I don't, but you can see the wallets, or maybe they just split up the wallets to the point to where they don't look like that. So
yeah, 100%. They're probably a lot smaller. But the last thing here, Senator Tim Scott highlights plan for the 119th Congress to prioritizing crypto regulation and promoting fair and open markets. So I have a question for you. Are congressmen doing this because they're bullish on crypto, or are they doing this to ensure votes to keep themselves at that role that they want to be at continuously? Or is this kind of like I got to be pro crypto, otherwise I'm not going to get voted back in, or are they actually bullish on crypto?
No, second thing. Second thing for sure. They saw the influence that the crypto bros. I forgot that Brad Sherman, I think it was, from California, the guy that hates Bitcoin because he's so into the bankers network probably. But anyways, they saw the influence and the impact that it had this past election, and they realized that it's growing stronger and stronger. So it's a smart move for politicians to do this. And it's not going to only be the right, by the way. It's going to be both parties. They just realize they can't defeat it. It's like the internet. I bring that up so many times because it's such a correlated kind of historical event. I feel like what we're going through right now. But yeah, I think it's that second reason. I think most of them don't even understand it. You know what I mean? Which all you got to do is really spend time in the space for I would say couple of weeks, and then you definitely get a grasp of it. But they don't care. They just want to win and stay in that position forever because there's no term limits.
Nope. All right. Let's get into today's fear and greed. So last week was a 70. Yesterday was a 63. Where do you think we are today? My hint for you is pretty close to last week.
68.
Right there. We are at 70 on the dot here, which was a little scary. I was telling Jake or something that I was, kind of expecting, as long as the PPI came out the next day, which was Tuesday, and it did. I mean, if PPI came out the other way, if CPI came out the other way, we could be in deep yellow here, maybe orange. But no, it actually is looking really good, and we could be in the 80s and 90s later this week.
We could be if this holds up, right? I mean, I'm telling you right now, like the past like 2 months has been extremely volatile for Bitcoin. Well, yeah, the beginning of November or December was really good. It got to 108,
Yeah.
but after that, it's just been volatile up and down. So we'll see. I do think that the majors have to really show strength here to the point where they're like, okay, we're starting to detach from Bitcoin, and I'm actually going to pull up the dominance for the charting here in a second. But yeah, but we'll see if this is just another volatility type of pump up, right? Because we've been faked out many times the past month and a half.
100%. All right, that's kind of getting that Bitcoin price action brought to you guys by BitPerp. BitPerp has a huge announcement later today, guys. Go follow them on X. It's going to be absolutely massive. We're actually doing a video with them later today. That possibly could be out tonight, depending on if they're ready for that announcement or not. If not, it'll be out tomorrow. Definitely check out what they're doing. Paper trading competition starts really, really soon. Could start either today or tomorrow. Right now, if you guys go to bitperp.io, I mean, it might not be the trading competition, but you can still do trades. And every trade you make, you'll be putting into a raffle. But guys, once this goes live, once the competition goes live, you're going to want to trade as much as you possibly can, because I've said it many times already, but they want to enrich their users. They want their community to really be successful. And if you're a part of the Ordinal Revolution community, you're a part of the BitPerp community, guys. Get over there, start using it ASAP. Bitperp.io, and some changes are happening, and they're going to be rapid with these guys. And I'm really excited to kind of announce that hopefully later today.
Yep. And just to let you guys know, so it is still under maintenance. So I think they're shooting for tomorrow is the 16th.
Okay.
For that. So you can get used to doing that. We'll be hopping in there too. But yeah, just turn your notifications on. Make sure you follow them, because like Shizzy said, huge announcements today. But before we get into the Bitcoin price action, on the YouTube side, smash that like for us. Subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on so you know when we go live. And on the X side, guys, help us out here. Get us share the space for us. Hit that like for us as well. And let's get into some Bitcoin price action here. It was pleasant to see that when I came back, that Bitcoin seemed to want to wake up. Obviously, the CPI and PPI data helped that tremendously. It looks like TradFi wanted to jump on that wagon as well, as they kind of pumped it up to cross that 99,000. But as you can see here, since Tuesday, we've been kind of consolidating, right? Like we got up to 96.6, which wasn't too bad actually, because we came back all the way down from, dude, it actually hit 89,000 on Monday. Was this the 13th? So 2 days ago it dumped all the way. This is what I'm talking about, that volatility, dude. 89,000, and it said hopefully this is the low for this quarter, and we jumped all the way back to where we hit today at like 99.4. So what do I see for the second half of today? This is the hour chart. We did get into overbought territory in the stochastic RSI, hitting that 81.35 about 2.5 hours ago. So we haven't been here for too long, but it seems like it's already kind of curved back down. We're at 80. So anything can happen here. We could jump back up, but if it does kind of go in the direction it looks like it wants to, we might be closing this up on the MACD. Now it is early in the MACD, and the MACD is still showing with the lead indicator line that pointing kind of up. It's not straight up, but it's still pointing up. So I would say the stochastics looks like it wants to come down, but until we see this blue MACD leading indicator line pointing down, that's when I would say, okay, we're probably heading back down. So you're going to see like a fluctuation between probably like 80 and 90 here if we decide to get a little bit more bullish, or if we decide we want to come down, this is also going to come down too. And we got about 27 more minutes until the next candle comes. So that's probably why we're not seeing it kind of point down yet. So maybe getting to that 99.4 was a big accomplishment today. So maybe we get that pendulum swing back, get back to 98.5, kind of ranges back and forth by $1,000. So I would probably be a little bit careful, just because we did have a big pump up this morning. So let's kind of see how the price plays out here in the next hour and a half, 2 hours. If we do see a little pullback, nothing super aggressive, hang in that like 98.5, high 98,000s, then maybe we do blow past kind of what we hit earlier today. but be patient with it is what I'm saying. I'm definitely not taking any positions. I'm waiting to see where Bitcoin really wants to go. If this is a fake out, if we break back above 100K or not. So I'm just going to be kind of on the sidelines, I guess, watching for the second half of today. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart and see what it wants to do. 4-hour chart looks pretty good. So this gives us kind of a 2-3 day forecast. So, you know, the rest of today, tomorrow, and Friday. Tomorrow and Friday. And it looked like we were closing up here. You could see the 4-hour was closing up a little bit. Then it blew back open, probably with those numbers, those data point numbers with the CPI. But we have been in overbought since Monday, right? Monday at looks like 10 p.m. and we've been kind of cruising up here. So if it does blow up, you know, and decides it wants to get aggressive on the hour chart, we might see that blue line continue up here and then pop up on the stochastic as well. We're sitting at 95.73 on stochastic, so that's actually pretty good scoring point there at 95. I think once we start to see this kind of tick down closer to 80, that's where that dotted line is, right? So we're pretty well above the entrance of overbought. So I think we're okay, honestly. But we really need to see how the second half of today goes. This could end up, you know, popping back up, and then we have a good, you know, Bitcoin price action heading into the weekend. So really just kind of keep your eye on the second half of today, and it will also, you know, influence the 4-hour chart and see how we do heading into the weekend. But looking pretty good, definitely, for, you know, the past couple of days. And I would say a slightly positive or optimistic outlook heading into the weekend.
Yeah, man, 100%. I'd be excited to get over 100 grand today. I think that kind of that'll kind of give us that bullish momentum. I think people got to see 101, 102, and I actually do think we get that. Well, let's jump into the roll call today. Where is it? All right, the roll call. First is first, and I told you guys I've been making a list and checking it twice, and today it is Webdro. Congratulations, my friend. You are number one. Let me actually show you guys the list here. Mike's World was the first one. Yasher, Chief Axel, Yasher, PJNZ, Yasher, Webdro, and Nagi, Nighthawk UXL, and Webdro got his second. Our leader right now is Yasher with 4, but Webdro is coming alive. We know Webdro can win 3 days in a row. So shout out to you guys who make this every single day. We're going to come up with a prize for the winner of this. We're not sure what it's going to be yet, but it'll be something big, something significant. But you got another like 300 days to go. So 330 days to go. So we'll see who wins by the end of the year. So it's going to be fun to track all year and kind of see how it go here. So, but let's kind of jump back in the comments. Webdro said he's already all in. Yasher says Yagobi is back. Tim Baker, AOD Art, shout out to you. Says Yagobi. PJNZ says fully allocated. Yeah, I think we all are at this point, but just putting the last pennies in. Nighthawk says GM, welcome back. The one and only Mr. Yagobi. Man, you get a lot of love today, bro.
Hey, making me feel special.
No says Yagobi back. Mark it up. Let's effing go. That is true, bro. You came back with the market. So thank you for bringing it back with you.
It's what I do.
Down in Mexico with you. You brought it back. Nagi is here. Chief Axel is here. Steamy J is here. Mats is here. And we got Choda in the building. Steve Verse. Shout out to Steve Verse, man. Kenta is here. I said LFG, Cypher, Gangnam style. Shout out to you.
Style, yeah.
Kent, I think first time making roll call, and we got another new person to make roll call here. We got Malum Yuri. Let's go. Great to be here. Thank you so much for being here today. Pelpa, like always, shout out to Pelpa. And we got Steve Verse again. It's Dubai. It's like a real world asset on NFT. Yes, 100%. Pelpa, I want the electrical panel. That's actually really cool. I love that idea. Kenta says more interviews with Adam McBride and Butoshi. Yeah, we can definitely do that for sure. ASAP Benji, did I make roll call? Yes, Benji, you officially made roll call. Shout out to every single one of you guys who make roll call every single day, and shout out to our first winner today, Webdro, with his second win of the year. Shout out to every single one of you guys. Thank you guys for being here.
Yep. I think Kenta's maybe made the roll call before, but he's definitely commented in our chat.
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely remember the name. All right. Kind of getting to the show's topic here. Going all in, betting big on the Bitcoin ecosystem, plus final cash deployment revealed. So right? If we're going all in right now, right? We're not leaving anything on the sidelines. It's time to sell your couch. It's time to sell your car. It's time to figure out ways to make money and get some assets. The assets that I'm really thinking of are probably the ones that are kind of really beaten down right now, right? And they're runes. It's the Merlin token, potentially the Stacks token. But Yagobi, I'm curious, man. What are you going all in right now? If you would go all in right now, what are some assets that you're thinking about buying?
The runes that have like a really strong community or a really strong building team, like they've been around since the beginning, or
Yeah.
they haven't left, and they, if they've been here in a short period of time, they have delivered a lot in that short period of time. Those type of tokens, and then the ordinal side is going to be the the blue chips, right? And so that's what I'm going all in on. Look, we've done some episodes recently, right before I left to out of town too, about who's building here, right? And there's a lot of
Yeah.
builders here. There's a lot of builders in the Bitcoin ecosystem. It's different from before when it was just Stacks trying to work on a solution, right? And a couple small teams. And you heard from RunesDex founder, I think his name is Victor, right? And he
Yeah.
was talking about he's been in these other Bitcoin ecosystems in terms of Lightning, Rootstock, these type that were just slow moving like molasses. And he said the reason why he came over to Runes and Ordinals is because he sees the community. And so it's never had a community in terms of assets that live on Bitcoin like how we have today. And so it's happening. They're racing to be the solution. And I think there's going to be a solution that everybody likes and even outsiders like. And right now is a hard time. It's like the hardest time that we've been in the space has been the last 6 months, I think. Would you agree?
I would say since April, honestly. I mean, yeah, we had an upward momentum in November, but that was seemed to be like a tease almost, because everything kind of is back down to where, I mean, not fully, but it is pretty close down to where their October and September lows.
Yeah. Well, I was saying for the entire time that we've been in the space, I think there was one other period that could rival what we've kind of seen in the past like 5-6 months, and that was August of 2023. Is that right?
That was really, that was August,
Well,
September 2023 was
July.
really tough.
Yeah,
That was really tough.
Yeah, because I remember, you were going through a little something, and I was kind of too, but at the same time, like we were like, well, let's just kind of hang tight, let's remember what conviction, like what our conviction was that brought us over here, and then next thing you know, November happened and things started to really get hyper aggressive, and so I think it's going to be like that, except for more intense, obviously, because we're in a bull run and it's a bit more pent up. So I'm not telling anybody to do anything, but what I am saying is that the Bitcoin ecosystem and the builders aren't going anywhere. In fact, they're heads down building and they're racing against each other. And you can see it on the timeline that they'll make comments that, their solution is better than yours or whatever. And there's going to be a uniting solution. And once it unites, it's not going to leave. I don't think it's going to leave anything behind. It's going to try to roll everything together. But we shall see. Time will tell, right?
100%. There's a few things that I'm really looking at to go all in on, and that's this one right here. That's the fluid token. So you guys do know that, if you stake your passes on the fluid, you're going to be getting this token already. So that's kind of a way to do it. If you stake your fluid passes, you're going to be earning this token for free, and you get your pass back. And potentially for the next time for staking the passes to get more fluid tokens. So this could be a constant, earner for you, these fluid passes. But this is something that's really interesting to me because I feel like we're ready for our next leg up here. I feel like the fluid token is ready for 60 cents. It's ready for $1. In my opinion, this thing is way undervalued still because of the fact that it's many things, right? Not only is it a Bitcoin layer 1 builder, they're building on Stacks now. They came out and they said, hey, should we build on Stacks? And normally when a team does that, they've already thought about it. They've already started, right? And then they're made a partnership with Arch. They're building for Arch now. They actually hired somebody to build on Arch.
They have a team dedicated. Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. And then not only that, though, is they're building here on Layer 1 Bitcoin with the staking. They're the only place where I know where you can go and stake assets and earn. And that's going to get even more and more. And they actually just told us recently, too, that there's a big artist that's going to be dropping a project soon, and that's going to be staked. So, guys, look out for that as well. That's only alpha you'll get here. But, guys, this is definitely something that I'm going all in and definitely looking forward to what they're building there. And then, looking at runes, right? Looking at stuff like NUSD, right? But dumping that to get into things like dog. Have you seen this yet with Magic Eden? They actually have now put the name of the token.
The nicknames. Yeah,
it's actually cool. So I actually didn't notice this till right now. Rune Coin, Liquidium token, Gizmo, Lobo, Cipher, but something like Cipher Genesis sitting at $8 million. I mean, it's AI, it's Bitcoin. I mean, this could definitely be something to really look at as well.
Yeah, definitely. The Cipher Genesis play, I think it's a sleeper play. We know who's behind it with Butoshi, and the guy's just constantly just diving into his passion of AI, right? And so I think he's gonna continually build on Satoshi AI. He's gonna continually do partnerships and stuff. So I think it dropped, right? Because I think it got back to 11 or 12. So at 8.3 million market cap's probably looks pretty decent there in terms of entry, but not financial advice there. And then you have some other stuff. You have Runecoin that some people feel a certain way about. It has 100,000 holders though, which is crazy. How many of those holders are active? The 100,000 holders for Dog is way different than the 100,000 holders for Runecoin though. The 100,000 holders for Dog are active on the timeline constantly, right? But we do need Dog to succeed and really get that tier 1 centralized exchange listing. And I think it's coming. I just don't know when it's going to happen, right? No one does right now. But this could be one of those things that to where like, in 2013 when I bought some Bitcoin at $1,000 and I said, I want to chase something that is hot right now. And I did at the time and it didn't do well. Right. So, Runes has kind of like the backstory, it has the community, it has like it's built on Bitcoin, it's it's secured on Bitcoin. And so it could be one of those ecosystems that like people got into, faded, and then 5 years down the road they just like, oh my god, I was in that and I sold it for something else. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I kind of look at it. But again, who knows? Like, no one can tell you. We're not genies. We can't tell you what tomorrow's going to bring exactly. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, next 6 months, I think it'll be very bullish. It might not happen next month. It might not happen in March, but I think within the next 6 months, man, I think that we're about to absolutely explode.
Yep.
All right. It's kind of getting to the banners here. Have you seen this by Raktoshi yet? So, he is now automated and he is now loading. I have no idea what this can be. Have you like what do you think this could possibly be?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's like a precursor to like Runecoin taking off. Maybe it's a precursor to like Node Monks going nuts, or maybe there's like another chain that he's developing for Node Monks community. I have no idea, right? But like I imagine he had this AI created, this AI LLM, and he probably said, hey, I want you to kind of tease something for the next, I don't know, 10 days or 20 days or whatever. That's what it seems like. But I will say that like usually whenever he does something like this, something big comes.
Yeah, 100%. In January 1st, he put I'm out. That was the first one. I'm out. And then the next one was loading. They started the 1, and then the 9th was 2, and then the 10th was 3. So it's looking like, all the way up here, we have 2 days left before we find out. So tomorrow we'll get this one, and then Friday we'll get this one. And then who knows, maybe Saturday we figure out what he's doing. But what if the node monkeys become AI, where anyone with a node monkey can go into the system and get a free LLM that is controlled and automated? Raktoshi has a lot of money, right? We know he does. He made a boatload of money on the rocks. He made a boatload of money on selling the node monkeys to somebody. I just feel like he's going to do something special with this, and I'm curious to see what comes next, because I don't know, man. I think it could be nuts.
Well, there's two people that I consider like in our space. Our space is the Bitcoin ecosystem, ordinals, runes, that kind of even more specified, concentrated group of people that can really deploy capital and make markets move in our space. And it's Raktoshi and
Yeah.
ZK Shark. Those two can really stir things up. And so, this he could be saying, "Hey, look, there's some of us that are really about to get things going within the ordinal space and rune space, or maybe just the ordinal space. But those the fungible and non-fungible typically bounce off of each other in our space. So maybe we see kind of like this trickle down effect. I don't know, but then there was also like BRC 20 2.0 docs released, right? By Best in Slot, I think yesterday or the day before. So it seems like and then New Bit comes out. So it seems like these builders are really starting to kind of put some hints out there that, hey, liquidity may be flowing back into our ecosystem very soon, sooner than you think. I hope that's the case.
I agree. It's kind of like it's time. It's finally time. We're in January of 2025, dude. Like there's no time like the present right now. And if we get 6 to 12 months to 16 or potentially 16 months of a bull run, that's not a lot of time. Like it's not a lot of time at all. So we'll see. I got some bullish stuff for you from Merlin. MBTC from Merlin Layer 2 is now live on Kernel DAO, and it's also live on Kava Chain. So this is big, guys, because like MBTC could be one of the leading wrapped Bitcoins right now, and earning yield. And through what basically Merlin locks up your Bitcoin, they issue MBTC, and the MBTC is now going to be staked in a lot of different places to earn you a lot of yield. And this is really big for Merlin. I think that they could actually compete with CBBTC or WBTC for that wrapped Merlin. I mean, you've seen CBBTC is number one now. It passed the wrapped BTC, but that's Coinbase, right? There. I mean, who would you can't really compete with wrapping your Bitcoin, but it's only on base chain, right? I don't think even though you can bridge that off yet, but it looks like MBTC you're going to be able to put that anywhere you really want. So shout out to Jeff, man. They're always up to something.
Yeah, talking about building for the bull. I feel like this is a perfect example for that, right? So let's see.
Yep. So this is something I want to get to on Monday, but didn't get a chance to. But the CAT protocol upgrade completed. Now you can trade CAT 20 tokens on DotSwap. We are doing our best to work with CAT, SEX, DEX like Gate, CoinX, Unisat to resume trading ASAP. So on Monday, CAT protocol basically came out and said, can't trade your CAT right now. You can't trade any CAT 20 tokens for the remainder. We appreciate you guys, and we hope you understand. And then today they came out and basically said, okay, you're good to go. We're still working with the sexes and the dexes, but we're going to make sure that at least on DotSwap you can trade these again. And then we kind of found out why now, because CAT protocol recently we detected a migrated and attempted an exploit targeting CAT protocol. We are pleased to confirm that no user funds were lost and the situation was actively being resolved. But yeah, what's your opinion on all this? First, the CAT protocol being shut down, and now we finding out that it was a targeted attack on the whole protocol by an exploit.
Scary. It's scary. But I think the nature of the way that the token standard works is it's really free flowing, and I believe the miners or the way that it's read on the chain keeps up with the balances and all that stuff too. So from wallet to wallet, it's definitely like a unique standard token standard. But I didn't know that they were kind of under attack here, which would be horrible, but they mitigated it. It seems like, right? So that's good. It didn't actually, the attack didn't actually go through, and so that's a good thing. So maybe they'll put even more safeguards up. You got to learn from these kind of situations, right? Even if you didn't like completely mess up, there was an exploit that was, at least like they found one. They were able to detect one, and so that's kind of scary, but it's really good that they attended to it very quickly.
Well, the rumor is it was a white hat hacker that did hack them, and then everything. But that's just kind of the rumor. I was in a spaces yesterday, and they were talking about this, and they basically came out and they said that that this was somebody brought this to their attention, like, yo, this is possible, and then they needed to basically restructure it. So they got that all fixed. So hopefully the white hat actor got paid, because it does pay, guys. If you are someone who wants to find exploits and stuff like that, it does pay to reach out to the team and say, hey, look, I found this, and I can either exploit it or you can pay me. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Well, sometimes I'm sure they're like, hey, if you wouldn't mind, continually scanning our protocol and stuff, and then they give them a payment and stuff. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Good that there are white hat hackers, because there are a lot of black hat hackers that will just take it.
Yeah, they'll take it all too. And then that could have been the end of Cat 20 right there if something did happen. So I mean, it's not in the best shape right now at all. I mean, Cat's down at 30 cents. This thing was $1.30, I want to say 2 months ago. So
Yep.
something really cool from the TAP protocol. The TAP starter bot on Telegram is now available. I was immediately seeing this, and I was like, oh, let's check this out. And we're Telegram users. Obviously, that's how we do everything on Telegram. Telegram is like, our space. And so I went in there, and I was able to deploy a token. And I was able to mint that token all through the Telegram. So you go there, you have /deploy. It gives you a list of options you can do. And then it asks you questions. It prompts you. It's like, how many tokens is this? How many per mint? With the name of the token, everything. And then it's like, and after you're done, it sends you to a site where you can pay for it, because obviously you gotta pay Bitcoin. And then you go back to the Telegram. And once that block is done, then you can start minting your own token all through the Telegram. Again, it'll get you to the point of how many would you like to mint, and gets you back to the page where you pay. It gives you a link. You go to that page and you pay. And that's just the beginning. That's only the few things you can do. It'll actually teach you how to build something as well. Let's just say you want to build something on the TAP protocol. It'll walk you through step by step on what to do to get you to the point, and it gives you the sites to pay for it and stuff. So this is a game changer for TAP. Now, TAP's hard to use, right? I think that's their biggest problem. But now they're simplifying it and giving you an LMM to do it.
Yeah. I mean, we've known that they've had kind of this wrapper on ChatGPT, but it looks like they're applying that to a Telegram, which I think this is really smart by them. Is kind of educating the new person into the ecosystem. But I wonder when they're going to start getting involved with Pipe, and because that was supposed to be their AI layer, right? Which, I got to commend Benny for that, because he was months and months ahead of the curve on that, like just dedicating, okay, this is the AI layer, but we'll deal with that later. Or they had teams building in the background, I'm not sure. But if they can do something with that and kind of have some synergy with the TAP protocol, that would be big. That would be big. That would give them a little bit of, okay, we're different, than some of these other solutions. So, and by the way, like, when I say one solution is gonna come out on top, I'm not saying that the others die. Like, actually, they can build robust communities and user base, right? They'll just have to go into their own kind of path and not really bring on the runes and the BRC20s and all that stuff, right? So we'll see.
That's where Ordinals can step in, though, right? You get your top tokens from every protocol all in one, and you're getting LP. I would love a TAP dog LP pool. I mean, to me, that would be absolutely amazing, because I'm not worried about either token. And if you put dog and Bitcoin, as dog goes up, you're kind of selling your dog into Bitcoin. If you put TAP and Bitcoin, same thing, you're selling your TAP into Bitcoin. But if you put dog and Bitcoin, a dog and TAP together in an LP pool, and you're able to swap back and forth on them, you're earning the whole time, and you're earning all that fees. And as somebody who's interested in getting in TAP and has dog, they don't have to go into Bitcoin, because there's no people for it. So
did you go over Ordinals while I was out, or no?
Not much. Just kind of a little bit with Jake, and just that's about it.
Yeah, maybe we can save it for tomorrow's show a little bit. But I think their approach is really smart, man, because you're not leaving people out. That's the most important thing, is like, when people feel like they're holding their bags and they're left out holding their bags, that's whenever there's like the tribalism intenses by like 1,000. If you're like, hey, look, we want everybody to come here, and you can wrap it in Ordinals and have these liquidity pools of like you just mentioned, 2 different token standards together, but they're wrapped in one. Steve Verse just asked, can you explain what is Ordinals from New Bit? So we'll do a quick explanation, but then tomorrow we'll dive deep into it, if you're cool with that.
Sounds good. Yeah.
So Ordinals is a new token standard that was created by NewBit, which utilizes BitVM. Robin Limas, I believe, was the creator behind BitVM, which is a virtual machine, Bitcoin virtual machine. And so, although the computation does happen off chain, everything else, like transactionally from every angle of your like transaction history, happens on Bitcoin layer 1. So indexing and all that stuff happens on Bitcoin layer 1. They do use a zero knowledge for this, but this is something that the white paper was released on the 10th, so 5 days ago, the day I left to go out of town. But in theory, what their goal is to have Ordinals are like a wrapper meta protocol, right? They have their own token standard, but you can wrap your let's say runes, BRC20s, TAP, and ARC20s. So it really brings these communities together and actually unites liquidity, if you want to be real about it. And it wraps them into the Ordinal standard to where people can trade in liquidity pools, AMM dexes and stuff. Now, the 10-minute rule by Bitcoin's blocks are the 10-minute rule. That's still there now. But the fact that you don't have to have like this split liquidity across 4 different meta protocols, because like I hold multiple different meta protocol tokens, fungible standards, but now I can kind of wrap them together. I can stake with them. I can do this and that. It really kind of unites the fungible token communities on Bitcoin rather than keeps them, fragmented and stuff like that. So when you unite liquidity like that, you have more power as an ecosystem. And I think that's what their goal is. Let's see if it works. If it works, then this could be a big game changer. Now, if you want speed and all that stuff, then you have to give up a little bit of security. You can use something like, Arch, and like they still do it in a secure way with their prover network and stuff. But that is what Ordinals is, and we'll dive deeper into it tomorrow for the show. So
and
excited about it.
Very excited about it. Just to add to that too is Jeff was on the show on Monday, and he is super bullish on Ordinals. Like Jeff was like over the moon for 2 reasons. It's really about the bridge. So the trustless bridge to where you're going to be able to completely trust. Obviously, right now you can bridge to Merlin and you can trade Dog, you can trade other tokens over there, but they're using a multi-sig, right? You're actually trusting the Merlin team. Jeff wants to use the BVM technology for his own bridge, right? So he's going to use Nubit to help him with his bridge. So that's the best part. If you want to take any token and bring it to Ordinals, right, to trade it in the smart contract environment, that they're going to allow you to do it with swaps, liquidity pools, borrowing and lending, and everything. They're going to have pump funds over there and so much more. People are going to build there because of the fact that it has smart contracts and it's on Bitcoin and it's built with BitVM that is proven at this point. It's just there's just a couple problems where it's really expensive, but they're working on that. And there's multiple teams working on this that could actually kind of come into Ordinals as well. Citra, right? It's another one that's kind of building up for BitVM, and who knows, whatever they build can be, if they don't build it for Ordinals, they can potentially be forked over there as well. So I'm really excited for it, and looking forward to. I mean, when Jeff's excited about it the way he was, that gets me really excited. So
yeah, and if let's just say for some reason you decided I want to unwrap my Doggo to the Moon out of the Ordinals and send it back to Magic Eden, or like trade it on Magic Eden, and that the way we do now, you can do that, is my understanding. But again, we'll dive deeper into it tomorrow. It'll be good for a Friday show or Thursday show. Sorry.
Yeah, man. All right. I got a couple more things here before we get into BTC, BTC, but BTC.fun. Calling all innovators, share your ideas for Bitcoin memes or AI agents application to win big. So they actually, if you go to their Twitter, which is BTC .fun, spelled out DOT fun, you'll see an application, and then you guys, let me bring up the post here. It says, best meme creativity award, first 3,000 Merle, second place 2,000 Merle, third place 1,000 Merle. Best AI application award, 3,000 Merle, 2,000 Merle, 1,000 Merle, and participation bonus, 350 Merle for every idea reposted by BTC.fun. So all you have to do is basically think of an idea, hashtag BTC.fun, creationathon, and tag at BTC.fun in as well. And you guys can win potentially 350 Merle, or if you have an idea to win one of these other contests. So guys, all you gotta do is think of ideas and spam the crap out of this. I mean, because you can, and all you only need is one of your ideas to get picked, and you can potentially win, $1,000 worth of Merlin. So, pretty big. Do you have any ideas, Yagobi?
Yeah, so I have some ideas, but I'm not gonna tell them because I want to win. I want someone to steal mine. But yeah, I would say maybe a little tip would be maybe combining both, right? So
Yeah.
that could be good.
Yep. So definitely check through this, guys. Go over to their X. You guys can read it, and it's all in the docs as well. So kind of get in there and start posting, start hashtagging BTC Fund Creation and at BTC.fund. So you guys can win this. I want someone from our community to win this. I think we have some of the best ideas and thinkers over here at Ordinal Revolution. So go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's kind of get into BTC.fund. Today obviously is Wednesday, and every Wednesday we like to showcase one of our partners with Wager Wednesday. Let me get rid of this banner. With Wager Wednesday here. So BTC presents Wager Wednesday. It's a segment we do with them, and we're going to kind of go through their site and kind of check them out. As you can see up here, I have $264. I think I won again. I think I won on something. But if
you had more last time I saw you, though.
Well, remember I did like 10 bets last week.
Okay.
I think I got it down to like 180.
Oh, wow.
So if you guys did want to, add, you kind of go here and go to wallet, and then you can add funds using headfirst. You can do it that way, or you can send it to this wallet address as well. You're not sending it, you're not bridging it. Well, you're bridging it, but you're not sending it to them. This is all done in non-custodians. You're getting CKBTC, which is ICP's Bitcoin on the other side, but you do have to wait a couple blocks. I think 6 blocks to get that Bitcoin. But once you have it over here, you guys can get on this leaderboard, and I highly recommend you guys get on the leaderboard. This is one of the few teams that came out and said, "Yeah, we're getting airdrop." So if you are on this list, you will be getting an airdrop of the BetBTC token at TGE or after. But as you can see, we got PJNZ in that 1 spot, WebDro in that 3 spot, and I'm in that 2 spot. Whatever allocation that I receive, I'll be giving away here on the show. Tim Baker, AOD Arts in that 4th spot. And we got our man Yasher in there, Ethereum Dad, I Walk Alone. So guys, get in here, get in the top 10. Obviously, the top 10 is gonna be good. Rick G, and then let's see if we find anyone else. Oh, there's Yagobi. He's in here as well. So definitely get in this list. So all you gotta do is you don't gotta add any money, guys, to get this free airdrop. Just come in here, make a name, and you get 50 points over the bat. All 300 people right now will be getting an airdrop at TGE. So definitely do this. It's free money. Just create an account, and it's super easy. All you do is sign in with your headfirst. So you guys can create a new headfirst or get this. This is trusted. You don't got to worry. So like I'm 99% sure that nothing's gonna happen to your wallet, guys. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't say that, but I'm pretty sure I'm doing it with my main wallet, right? So definitely if you're interested, but you can start doing bets and stuff as well.
Yeah, so go to that. Isn't there a BDC bet about or is it pups to get on a tier 1 centralized exchange? I think it's the first one.
I think it's pups
by Q1. Ooh, that's a tough one, man. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Well, this is only this one right here. Well, this is between dog and pups.
No, there's one that's if you go out to the main homepage that it's pups by itself, because like I think Q1 that one right there. If you scroll up, scroll up to the left, all the way to the left, There you go. Yeah, go that one. The reason why I say that one's kind of tough is because like if Dog or the Moon's not on a tier 1, then Pups is gonna have a hard time. I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna pay. I'll take yes. I'll take it. I'll take yes. I'll put $10 on it. Just see what happens.
So you have till March 31st, I believe, is technically the last day of Q1.
And it should come up. Boom. Done.
Yep.
That's why they're using ICP, guys, because it's quick, it's fast, and it's all on the back end. It feels like Bitcoin to me. So.
Yep. And if there's an issue, like you try to place a bet, check their X account because they might be dealing with like maintenance or something like that. But the biggest thing that I'm excited about this is once they create create your own markets, which should be towards the end of this month. That's the big thing. That's the thing that I'm going to be participating the most in. I make these little dollar bets because I want to get the points because they mentioned that they're going to do a rune drop. So I'm excited about that. I think runes could be like one of those like ecosystems that was just so hard to like call. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then like once it explodes, it explodes. I mean, because look, like I mentioned before, like the utility runes haven't even really dropped that much yet, and there's still a lot that are coming. So
100%. Yeah, man. So think about this bet. Which will reach the milestone first? Bitcoin at 120 or gold at 3,000? I think gold's at like 2,400 right now. What happens first? I'm gonna say Bitcoin. I'm curious what you think.
Wow, a lot of people are on the gold side though. The thing about Bitcoin is it could happen like
Tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's so volatile that it could like, but so could gold, because if the market's overall market sentiment is better too. So we have to remember like the overall markets are getting more bullish because we're getting closer to January 20th too.
100%. Yeah. I mean, dude, if they come out with some regulation stuff, man, you could see this thing just take off, completely just take off. So
yeah.
What other bets you seeing? Oh yeah, I was trying to do like the Eagles bet, but I couldn't.
It wouldn't let you
the other day. Yeah,
probably because I don't think they did. I don't think they did the playoffs yet, or they haven't done the playoffs.
Well, I mean, you could pick who won the Super Bowl. Here it is. It's working today. Let's kind of go into it. Should I put more money on the Eagles? I mean,
are you that confident?
Yeah, man, 100%. We got to play the Rams this weekend. We just annihilated the Packers. And we beat Sean McVay 5 times. He's never beat you.
Well, the Rams did actually look pretty good against the Vikings, though. Surprisingly, everybody was shocked that the Vikings played so poorly. But look, it's Sam Darnold. He had his first good season ever in his like professional life, right? So I was like, man, this is probably his top. Someone came in there and go, I'm selling, and that's exactly what happened to him.
Wow, there's a 77% chance the Eagles win the Super Bowl. I wonder who's manipulating that market. But guys, if you think I'm wrong, come in here and take my money. So that'll be
all I have to do is bet no, right?
You can bet $1 on no, and I think you win the whole every dollar that I put in.
I don't think. I just did. I bet no because I don't see no Philadelphia Smeagol's winning anything this year. No, I'm just kidding. They actually have a good team.
I don't know, man. Saquon Barkley is looking like the best player ever right now. But
yeah.
Who else is in it still? Chiefs. I'll put 10 on the Chiefs. Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl rematch from a couple years ago.
Danny boy.
What is he saying?
He said the Vikings cursed my spirit again. Dude, remember the Mavs were playing the Timberwolves? Like that's Danny's OG for sure. Me and him kind of went not back and forth, but like we're both from the cities that played in that finals in the West. But I don't know if the Mavs are gonna make it this year. I don't know how the Wolves are doing. You guys lost the Karl Anthony Cat. That's a frass.
You got Randolph and someone else. I forgot who that trade was, but yeah, PJNZ says he is number 1. He is number 1. Let's check out the leaderboard. I like how they did that now. Leaderboard under my thing. They I don't have to go to look for it anymore. But PJNZ is still number 1. Can anyone take his spot? What do you think?
Yep.
I'm right there, though, bro.
I mean, you guys always flip flop. Yeah. So
I'm gonna take it right now, PJNZ.
Let's see. Danny Boy said lost Cat. Dude, why is Cat so zesty, bro? Like he like whenever he talks, he's like that Jalen. What was that cornerback that was zesty? He was like he's like, who's mad? I ain't mad. Who's mad? That's how Karl Anthony Towns is like that too. But he's good. Karl Anthony Towns was good. But like I definitely think that that's Anthony's team now though. What's his name? Anthony
Edwards. Yeah. That might have been why they did it as well. Maybe I gotta get a refresh. It's not letting me do any bets right now. So it's kind of happening to me on Monday as well. I tried to make some bets here, see if it's fixed itself because I might have just took my bets, but let's try this one. Let's try this one. What happens first? 110 or 120? Let's put 10 on it. Nope. See, it's still not working for me.
Which one? Is it like still live?
Yeah, it's not like I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it's not. Maybe that one's not.
Yeah.
What is the highest in Q1? Yeah, see, maybe it's just not.
You clicking it?
I think.
Yeah,
not.
and you're pulling it. Click into the bet to where it's by itself. Yeah, click into
Maybe
the
that's
bet.
what I gotta do.
Yeah, click into the bet and then place it.
Above 150. Let's go. Put a 10 on it.
Who is this? Above
That's
150.
working.
Yeah.
Bitcoin's highest price in Q1 of 2025. Above 150, baby. Yeah, that worked.
Yeah.
I just want to
yeah,
beat PJ and Z.
how many more you got?
Check the leaderboard.
The leaderboard.
It doesn't pay really for volume. See, I'm at 2980. It's just a matter of how many trades you make. So make more trades, guys.
PJ and Z's gonna get that fat airdrop once it happens.
He'll get the biggest airdrop. So
he's gonna be the little the I think it was like Indian kid that was on Jupiter that was constantly doing the $5 swaps back and forth.
17-year-old. He went on every day did 3 swaps, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
That's so crazy. So like, okay, let's talk about like what that looks like maybe in like 15 years. Do you think there'll be stuff like that still? Like, or will it just be the early days? Remember when you got like $20,000 airdrops? This kid got $1 million airdrops. Do you think it'll still happen like in 20, 30 years? It'll probably be something different, right? Different type of
There'll be opportunities, but right now everyone's saying you got to be on Bear Chain right now. You got to be on Abstract right now because every one of those projects is going to have a token and you're going to be able to earn those tokens, right? Like without buying them. So I don't know, man. Like right now, we're in an era right now where everything's brand new and no one has a token yet, right? Imagine Google not having stock and just like, hey, anyone who uses our search engine gets some stock. Like that's kind of where we're at right now. It's pretty nuts.
Which I actually think the space that we're in with the Bitcoin ecosystem is going to benefit from that more than the other ones because like Ethereum and Solana and even Base now, like the volume has been so much that like there's way more tokens that have come out than like the Bitcoin ecosystem. And if you're here every day, like, okay, this team is actually building infrastructure or this team has done this. It's not some just random token because like they got like probably 100 of the same utility type of tokens over there, like, oh, we do analytics for this, blah blah blah. But over here, there's maybe like 2 to 5 of the same thing, and it has to be something that's easy or whatever, like analytics. But we know the go-to, especially if you watch our show, the go-tos for borrowing and lending, Liquidium and Fluid. Staking right now is Fluid straight up, like retail staking vaults, Fluid. And that's the thing is that like over there, like in Ethereum, there's probably 1,000 staking protocols or something, so that's what I'm saying. It's just like, don't forget the reason why your conviction, like what your conviction was. Don't forget what that was, because there was a reason why you came over here. And sometimes I have to remind myself too, so
100%. Couldn't agree more, man. But speaking of staking, guys, remember we're coming crunch time now. Raul and the team, they pushed it back a week. I actually asked them to as well. I think they're probably getting it from a lot of people because I want to make sure that you guys had enough time to get these stakes. So if you guys are still interested, the fluid passes are still here. They got the 0.003 yesterday, kind of falling back down to 0.002, but these are up to about $220 now. Guys, if you guys were watching the show, I was buying these up at 0.0007 when Bitcoin was at like 70,000. So you're getting these for like $40 and I picked up most of mine around that point. And I was doing it live on the show. I was buying them on the show. I was staking them on the show. But remember, go to fluidtokens.com, hit the launch Bitcoin, and then I sort of kind of want to see how many days are left. Then get staking. So yeah, you don't have much time. You have 4 days. So it's looking like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's looking like about like Sunday or Monday. We're getting close to that 400. So do the math right now. You're getting about $300 in fluid tokens per pass, depending on if you have a black one, you're getting more. If you have an orange one, you're getting a little less. But get these passes staked, guys, because I mean, think about it. You stake it, you earn tokens. You get your tokens, they open another one up. You stake it, you earn tokens. This could be something you do for a long time. Yeah. And Fluid wants their passes to be number one. So they're to me, it's easy.
Yep, and it hit 48 cents too. What's the all-time high of Fluid? Do you know?
I want to say 56 cents.
56 cents. It got that high. Wow.
Hold on. I could be wrong. Let me check it out. No, I'm wrong. It was December 2nd, 46 cents. Yeah, we're at all-time highs. We're at all-time highs for Fluid right now. It's never been higher than today.
Yeah. Yep. So congrats for the people that got into Fluid before. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. Talk about like just one of those projects that like, just kept building, grinding through when its token was like 6 cents, 12 cents, 15 cents.
Yeah.
It just kept didn't care. Just kept like everybody would. I remember the first space that we had when we do the builder spaces on Saturday, and I was like, this guy sounds Italian, or he kind of sounds Hispanic, a little mix, and it happens to be kind of because he grew up in Italy and is from El Salvador, right? But I was like, he had that unique accent, but he knew what he was talking about, and that's whenever we had a call with them, and so huge. The staking thing is still so awesome that they're the ones that offer that to retail users. So huge there,
massive.
awesome.
But I think that's everything on my list for today. So kind of send it out.
Yep. 243 people in here. It's not too bad of a day. I feel like people are starting to slowly come back to the Bitcoin ecosystem to kind of learn what is new. And we're going to get the latest and greatest for you guys for that. But we appreciate each and every one of you guys. I hope you really did learn something from today's show. That's one of our main objectives, is you guys took one thing from the show and really learned something. But if you wouldn't mind checking out our partners, we would greatly appreciate that. And Emblem Vault, we're actually going to start a new series with them called the Emblem Hour on Friday. So you guys can really dig into what they're doing with, their cross-chain kind of jumping assets from Bitcoin Layer 1 to other chains, right? As well as their AI as well. But that's what they're known for, is going to be their jump feature with the LIT protocol. They've partnered with them to be able to jump your pups, your node monks to chains like Abstract. This is another bullish thing. Abstract chain wants ordinals like a lot. They want a lot of ordinals over there. So be ready for that. Also their AI with Tensorium and partnering with Cypher Genesis to be able to integrate that Bitcoin wallet as well. So you can learn more at emblem.vision. And they also have a runes token that they're going to have TGE, I think in September of this year, but you can get the actual NFT of that, which holds the tokens in it. You can learn more at emblem.vision, and we can get into that on Friday as well. BetBTC, we just went over these guys. They're going to be bringing create your own markets very soon. That's the bullish aspect, because BetBTC is awesome, but they do have bets that you can place, but so does Polymarket and other. But the create your own markets, that's what's going to separate them, and people can actually earn 1.5% on total volume with that. So learn more at betbtc.win, and then BitPerp. Look out for their X account for their big announcement today. Perps and leverage decks, they're going to allow you to trade synthetic versions of Doggo to the Moon, $1 billion Cat, BRC20s, a bunch of stuff. And they're going to be bigger than just the perps and leverage decks. That's the hint I'll give you. So check them out at bitperp.io to learn more. And then Fluid Tokens, the UTXO Wizard devs. We just talked about these guys. They are crushing it. They have that direct line to Charles Hawkinson too. So huge. These guys are the first to offer retail staking vaults to retail users. If you are a founder of a ordinal collection or a rune, you deployed a rune, etched a rune, reach out to Raul if you want to get a staking vault set up for your users or holders to be able to stake and earn. It's really simple. You just got to link up with them. If you can't get through to them, link up with us. We'll get you guys hooked up. And they are also building on Arch, as Shizzy said, and Stacks as well. And they started on Cardano. So these guys are just crushing it left and right. Learn more at fluidtokens.com. You can click on the Bitcoin icon to learn more about their Bitcoin side of things. And then Merlin Chain, your #1 scaling solutions for Bitcoin native L1 assets and protocols. If you're a builder on Bitcoin Layer 1 and you want your protocol to be a bit more flexible, fast, and just seamless, you can reach out to their team. They have great, amazing builder grants. Emblem's a part of that. Ordinal Hive is as well. So it's definitely possible. You just need to be innovative and be a serious builder and apply and see what happens. If you're a retail user, you can swap for synthetic versions of Doggo to the Moon, other runes, the bitmap token rune, stuff like that on merlinchain.org or merlinswap.org. They have really big announcements coming up with partnerships with BTC.fun with their AI integration, as well well as their wrapped version of Bitcoin with Bitcoin is growing more and more. So check those guys out, and don't forget about our integrated partners, Foxy. They have the metaverse called the Bitverse, and their first-person shooter game called Clan Wars. And if you have a bit miner, you can still earn doing that. And they have a big announcement coming out with that. I can't give you guys that, but just, make sure you're following their X account, because that's going to be a big one too. Has to do with AI, I'll say that. And then Ordinal Hive is the aggregator Ordinal marketplace on Bitcoin layer 1 and layer 2. You're going to be able to find the cheapest Ordinals around because they aggregate from other marketplaces. You can learn more at Ordinal Hive. I think it's .io. Yeah, that's their main website. And that
beta.ordinalhive.io. Yeah.
Okay, beta.ordinalhive.io. We thank you so much for checking out our partners.
Yep. And if you guys wouldn't mind checking out ordinalrevolution.com, we have some of the best articles dating all the way back to last year. If you know someone just entering the space, please send them our website. We really feel like it can help them get started and caught up to where we are today. If you guys are in need of a VPN, we have the #1 VPN. That's Nord. Guys, do not be traveling the internet without a VPN. There's no reason for that. This is $2.99 a month. I mean, you probably spend that on a freaking Reese's, or a Kit Kat, right? So get yourself a VPN, protect yourself. Security is the #1 thing in crypto, and you do not want to give these websites your IP address, which eventually could get your real address, guys. This is Bitcoin. We're all sovereign individuals. Do not give that up for just $2.99 a month. So definitely check out our VPN here. If you guys are going to Bitcoin 2025 Las Vegas, me and Yagobi are going to be there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. But do not wait till May to get your tickets. Get them as soon as possible. They go up, guys. If you're interested in a whale pass, I remember in Nashville, they were going for $3,000 when we first started talking about them. But at Nashville, they were going for $30,000. I had my boy Crypto Slow telling me, yo, anybody wants to buy a whale pass, $20,000. It was going crazy, especially when the people who got them super early. So definitely looking to get your tickets as soon as possible, and use our link. Helps the show. And if you guys need merch, we have some of the best merch and all of crypto, not just Ordinals. Check out our merch. If you guys want us to add something, I want my PFP on a hoodie, reach out to us. We can put pretty much anything on a hoodie, and you guys can go there and you can buy yourself. This is all done through a third party. We don't see any information, so definitely check out everything here at ordinalrevolution.com. And guys, we are live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 4 p.m. UTC. Check us out all week, guys. Really appreciate every single one of you guys. Until tomorrow.
Peace.
We OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Rooms is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.